Well, hi there, lovelies. I had to make a video right now because this is awesome to me. I think this is great. It's hilarious to me too. I sat back and had a real what the fuck moment just now because really. So I was reading a little bit earlier, and I was reading in Ecclesiastes. I just started at the beginning. I hadn't read it in a while, and I just wanted to read it. So we'll skip on later. I done moved on with my day and done a few things here and there, and I was sitting down, and for some reason, I wanted to know what the definition of future was. I be studying. I'm weird. What can I say? I really am. I'm a strange one. But okay. The definition of future is defined as the time or period of what. Oh, sorry. No, the time or period of time following a moment of speaking or writing. Time regarded as to still come. The adjective is likely to happen. Um, that is what future is. And I don't know why, but after that, something just told me to find out what the definition of what is time though. What is time? And don't ask me how I got here. I'm not going to tell you because I'll be following little white rabbits. What can I say? Okay, I looked up the definition of time, and then I wanted to see, okay, well, how has that definition changed over time? What different ways, has it been defined over the years? Take it back all the way biblically, of course, because I'm that person. Okay, so while I was looking up the definition of time, like I say, I take them all the way back to biblical, right? Because I want to know what they mean. I want to know what they mean and what did they mean? Do they still mean the same thing? And you know, it's a broad spectrum of defining words for me. I really do. I'll go to 4 different places to look. I will go to biblical dictionaries and stuff. I will go the entire distance for this. Okay, so I'm looking up the definition of time, and when I go back to the biblical, what does God define time as? What is that? I want you to know that shit brought me directly to where I left off in Ecclesiastes. Directly. I left off I left off at chapter 3. Everything has its time. To everything there is a season, a time for a time for every purpose under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck what is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to gain and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to a time to tear and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. What profit is the wonder from that which in which he labors? I have seen the God given task with the sons of men are to be occupied. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Also, he has put eternity in their hearts, except that no one can find out the work that God does from beginning to end. I know that there is nothing better for them than to rejoice and to do good in their lives. And also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy the good of all his labor. It is the gift of God. I know whatever God does, it shall be forever. Nothing can be added to it, and nothing can be taken from it. God does it that men should fear before him that which has already been, and and what is to to be has already been, and God requires an account of what is past. Sorry, got a little rocky there at the end. Um, you can always read it yourself if you have a problem with how I read. Sorry. Kind of. Yeah. So I'm gonna I'm gonna get off here because I gotta put a notch over there in my cabinet now because I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but like God was here. He just popped up and said, "Hey," I figured I'd share it with you. I'm gonna finish reading Ecclesiastes right quick because obviously he needs to tell me some stuff. Y'all stay blessed.